Hello everybody. Today we're going to be looking at Smite, which finally launched and it's up and ready. I played it back in the beta, had a really good time with it, but I eventually got a little bored with it and I have a few problems with it I'll explain in a bit. So Smite is a third-person MOBA style game. Well, back when it launched it was mainly MOBA, but since its launch it has a bunch of new modes that you can play as. There's just a lot of really cool stuff this game has to offer now in the way you want to play it and how you want to treat this game. Do you want to treat it as a microtransaction? Do you want to treat it as a free-to-play? Or do you want to treat it as a one-term payment? Hi-Rez Studios has done a really good job with their last few titles of working all the angles of microtransactions to best fit all of their customers. As you can see, here's the champions. Here's the selection of gods that I have unlocked. I went with the one-time purchase mode, which is a $30 purchase, and you get everything the game has to offer except for the skins and stuff. Skins you can either unlock with in-game points, or you can spend even more money to unlock some special skins that it just doesn't really matter. I'm perfectly okay with just having the champions, and I wish more MOBA style games had this approach to microtransactions. I mean, how many League of Legends players are sick of the amount of time it would take to buy all the champions with IP every time the new champ comes out? I was caught up. I had all the champions that I really wanted, except for a few things. I would have much rather been able to pay $50 and get everything that's going to come out. Because seriously, they're at over 100 champions now, and I don't have the time to play it anymore. I feel the grind is a nuisance. So in Smite's case, it works out really well, and I'm excited to be able to use that functionality so that I can pop in whenever I want to play the game and I'm already set up. So let's look at some of the options. So you can look at your list of gods and have them all sorted out. You can look at your own player stats. They even have a streaming service built into the game so that you can watch streams from inside the game and just look up who's playing Smite right now, since it's not that popular of a game on Twitch TV. Then you can look at pre-recorded matches. If anyone's interested in doing shoutcasting for this, you can look at recently recorded games. Then they have the custom build options, where you look at the builds of your champions and pick and choose how you want your character to auto build itself and what items you want to buy instantly. This way you can automatically map out how you want your character to be built, how much of it you want to be pre-built already, so you can leave some options open for you to be able to customize more and more if necessary in a match. And then there's also a place to buy real money points. So let's actually get to a game. These are the 5 types of matches you can play casual. There is an arena, conquest, domination, a duel or a joust, and a daily event, which is a custom type of arena. Today is going to be Thor's Day. Today, I actually got that now. This is recorded Thursday. And that means everyone plays Thor, and you play an arena, and it gets kind of crazy. All right. And our match is ready. It has that really gigantically loud sound. So I guess that's their notification. I love the matchmaking system they have in this. There's a limited chance that your game's going to be canceled because it only takes players that accept the match. So there's no continual runs of people saying, "Oh no, I don't want to play right now. Try another queue," like in League of Legends where you have to re-queue over and over again. It's really annoying. But now we're in Champ Select, and I have picked Neith, or Neith, whichever. Neith, yeah. And she's pretty good AD carry. The cool thing about Champ Select is if you do not know the champions that you're playing with, if someone picks a champion that you're not familiar with, you can easily just click on them and look at their overview and abilities and all that stuff. It's really nice way to get used to the get ready for battle and know what you're gonna pick. Be like, oh, this guy's actually an assassin, so I can't pick another assassin, or maybe I need to get a chain CC tank so the assassin can pick up easy kills. But let's get into the game. Alright, and as you see, the auto ability and auto items have already started. As soon as you get in, you buy your first item, and I'm off to the middle. Now, there is jungling in this game. I'm just not high level enough to where it always happens. And I'm, especially me or myself, I am not accustomed to jungling yet. I don't know how it's mapped out, but it's a lot like the old jungling. It's a lot like the old jungle in League of Legends, where you had to rely heavily on going in between lanes to soak up the lane's EXP, because that's much faster than getting jungle XP constantly. XP and gold are gained differently. It's not about last hitting necessarily. When a monster is defeated or a minion is defeated, everybody in the area gets a small amount of gold and XP. If you last hit it, you get a slightly bigger amount of gold. So it pays to last hit, but you're not like crushed by it, which is good for mages, especially when they can't one-shot everything in the lane with their one ability. But as you get into higher competitive leagues, that becomes less and less of an issue. That becomes less and less of a handicap. So, I'm against Artemis, another AD carry. I am not sad about this at all. The ability I have right now is a piercing shot that binds the character, or stuns the character for 2 seconds. Or stuns every character in its path for 2 seconds. And it works really well. The second ability I got was basically a small circle of damage. It doesn't really do that much, but it's good for harass when she has the same thing. But hers is actually a slow on top of that, so it's actually worse off for me. Artemis is a great starter AD carry. She has a lot of crowd control that's easy to hit. Her ultimate is an automatic stun, kind of like Ashe from League of Legends. And if you stay in the battle, if you stay around the area where she stunned the person, it can stun again because it's a warthog that basically just rams into you and stuns you. And if you stick around long enough, he'll do it again. If you don't, like, I think you can kill him too. So first off, you will notice that every, as a third person MOBA style, every skill is a skill shot of some sort. It might not be straight in an arrow, but you have to plot out where your attacks are going to go. I have picked up my third ability, which is one of my favorite abilities on this character. It does a cone of fire of damage, but then she does a gigantic backflip and gets out of the way. It's a great safety net so that you can go in for huge damage and then get out really quickly before anyone catches you. And it's the reason I can push up so far, because I know even if their jungler comes in to help, or not really a jungler, but if someone helps the gank, I can always get out. So there are not actual spells, just like League of Legends, but actually there are. You can buy spells.
Be right back.
that are on cooldown, and you can reuse them over and over again, just like spells in League of Legends. But you have to pick and choose in game which ones you're going to use. You can just buy them. It's really cool. Automatically, it has you set up with using a spell to give you back your mana and a spell to give you a speed boost. I have not looked into really changing up my build from what the standard is, so I probably should. I mean, I'm level 10 now, or my account is level 10, but I should really look into the cleanse, or yeah, mainly the cleanse. The cleanse is amazing. That means I can cleanse myself, become immune for 2 seconds, and then backflip out of the way, and no one's gonna stop me. It's really nice for any AD carry. All right, she used her ultimate. She tried to follow up with it, and boom. All right, this is another person's ultimate. This is not Artemis's. They were trying to save their own skin. This had nothing to do, but it was a global ultimate, so it got in my way. The key to that one is if you're still moving by the fifth totem going inwards, you will be stunned. So if you just stop, it won't stun you, and you can get back fast. You can keep chasing. All right, but since I'm pushed up, I might as well gank this lane. Get him? No. No. I failed. Balls. Alright, trying not to take... Oh, God. Trying not to take much damage, but I am basically dead. But... He's chasing me. He's chasing me. Boom. I didn't miss that time, did I? Woo! I'm a boss. I'm a boss. Feels good. Feels good. So now I got a new batch of items. Boots, finally. That helps a lot. And another potion, just so I can keep harassing. There is a system to call out MIAs, tell your team to attack different situations. It's a little confusing at first, and I definitely didn't understand that as I was going through it, because I called out the wrong thing. I meant to say middle is missing. Oh well. So, my ultimate you saw earlier is a global ultimate, kind of like Ash Arrow, but all I have to do is line it up, and it'll automatically hit the target. It is a 1 second stun, and it does a varying amount of damage based on how much you charge the attack. Wow, she just wasted her ultimate like that. I'm gonna kill her. Yeah, she's trying to gank. Or no, she was being... She has a type of ward that snares. So she was planning that because she saw my jungler. Or she was worried about my jungler. I like that. Boom. Now with her gone, the guy who ganked and I are going to push down this tower because towers go down pretty quickly in this game. They are more powerful than towers in Dota, and there's a bit of a controversy over what towers actually give you once you take them down. Once you take down, I think it's 2 or 3 towers, you get a permanent gold boost on how much gold you earn for each kill of a monster. You get a 5%, 10%, 15%, up to a 30% bonus in gold based on how many towers you have knocked over. Not one of the greatest ideas, maybe. The idea behind it was to slow down early game and make it more challenging. A lot of the characters that are really good early game weren't getting to be able to snowball in like they should have been. So they wanted to slow down. The early game process to give them a chance to catch up to characters that are going to be stronger mid game. That way they have a fighting chance. And it worked out really well. And it also quickens the end of the game. So at the end of the game, ugh. Fuck up, don't fuck up, don't fuck up. Ah, you fucked up. Yay! So at the end of the game, one team has a gigantic gold boost and is really snowballing out of control with the amount of items they can build from then on. And then that just means it doesn't have the League of Legends pro style gaming where if one team is losing, they just turtle like no other and make the game last forever. This game is really trying to focus on being 20 to 30 minutes long, not 20 to an hour and a half long. It's a really nice feature that makes the game a lot more casual and works a lot better. Well, unfortunately the other team had to surrender, so I wasn't able to show you much more of the game, but it makes the video short, so I kind of like it. Ah, yeah. Alright, so that is basically Smite in a nutshell. It has a few problems, some really good key aspects that I like a lot, and I highly recommend you try it out. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, feel free to click the like and subscribe buttons below for probably some more content on Smite, because I put 30 bucks into it. I'm probably going to play it a bit more. And I'll see you next time.